GROOVY!
This has been a game that I was looking forward to playing for almost a year now, since I picked it. Way back when I planned out this year's gaming schedule. Back when Myth and I were little, before we had our own gaming console, we would regularly go over to our best friend's house and watch him play video games. And one of those great overnight long sessions was spent with the three of us trying to beat EarthWorm Jim in under an hour. So when I came at it today, I said, I know this game, I know it inside and out. I sat down and I was in charge of keeping the splits. I will do great at this game. I was very wrong. Firstly, he was playing the Xbox 360 version. I discovered the original version for the Genesis. Knowing the levels also doesn't help you to actually be any good at the game. I found that out the hard way. So how bad at this game was I? Actually, I don't think I was that bad. I just had quite the impressive learning curve, but I'm getting ahead of myself. The game is the story of an earthworm. He was being attacked by a crow when a superpowered spaceship falls from the sky, transforming him into EarthWorm Jim.
GROOVY!
It turns out that there's a beautiful princess off in danger somewhere, so somehow a worm is attracted to a human, so you set forth into space to rescue her. End of story, go forth and shoot things with your ray gun.
Plasma!
When the game is focusing on its ridiculous ideas, it's at its strongest. Sure, why shouldn't we fight a snowman in hell? Launch a cow to continue a level makes sense to me. What made a lot less sense were the controls. It wasn't clear the entire time I was playing what counted as whip up or whip to the side. Trying to latch onto some of the hooks to progress through the levels was really difficult too, as there's no option for whip diagonally that I could find. And yes, you're seeing that right, you whip with your own body. Difficult to control and somewhat janky or not, there's something so satisfying about grabbing your own head and whipping your body at things. There was nothing satisfying about the fight with Psychro, though. Apparently, this is an intergalactic bounty hunter who we need to defeat in a race to continue. Well, you can fail the race. I certainly did. But if you do, you'll have to fight him in a boss fight that was completely unfair, so don't lose to him. How do you not lose? I wish I could tell ya. Like I said, this game doesn't really explain much. I could also have done with some explanation in regards to interactive objects as well. These gems really seem to work when they good and feel like it, and not a moment before. Gates sometimes would go up when you whipped the wheel while the gate itself was off screen, and other times wouldn't register the wheel had turned at all because, well, they weren't on screen. It was all very confusing, but I was still having a lot of very weird fun with the game.
GROOVY!
Stop that! I'm sure you're all wondering about this groovy business. After each level, you'll see Jim on a screen grinning at you. If you press a button, he'll say it.
Groovy!
I don't know why Jim says that. I don't know what bearing it has on anything, but it's still awesome. Though maybe not as awesome as when the Duke says it.
Groovy!
It was just another layer of fun strangeness on this already enjoyable game. Which is why it hurts to say I gave up on the game without finishing it. While I was having fun, the interactive objects and difficulty hooking onto grab points was starting to get to me. I had almost made it to the end of hell when I got a game over. I'd have to go back to the start and begin everything all over again, get through that very frustrating level, and I wouldn't even get a real ending if I persevered. I was playing on easy mode, and I already knew that if you finish the game on easy mode, it just insults you and tells you to go play the game for real. So rather than deal with that frustration just for a joke ending, I shut the game down instead of continuing. So if anything you've seen or heard today is even slightly interesting to you and seems like something you might enjoy, then I could definitely say that you will probably enjoy discovering EarthWorm Jim. I would, however, suggest that you pick up the remade version, not the original, because from my understanding the controls are a lot tighter, you can hold on to your plasma shots instead of instantly using them, and you can actually whip diagonally. Wait, I said plasma. Myth didn't interrupt. Myth!
Myth, where did you go?
GROOVY!